So let's have a look at silver, gold, and also the mining stocks, GDXJ, SILJ, SILJ, a bit of a broad view of what's going on right now, guys, across the markets. What's going on in the short-term picture, which means the daily charts. What's the big picture telling us as well, too, for us from the trees. And just a general market update and some things that we need to keep an eye out for. Let's get into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty guys, make sure you join my training that I'm running today. Link in the description. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know that goes into a good trader, what you must know to get there for you to be a good trader. I'm going to teach you my #1 trading system. I'm going to teach you how I scan the markets. I'm going to teach you how I do all my trading within 1 hour per day and so much more that goes into this training. I promise you guys, after this training, and yes, of course, I'm offering my coaching program on this training as well too. But even if you don't buy the coaching, if you don't get the coaching, guess what, guys? I'm teaching you my trading system that'll change the way you see these markets. And I'm teaching you what goes into a good trade as well too. So even if you don't purchase anything from me, I promise you I'm going to deliver an amazing training for you. Just go join that today, okay? Anyway, so how about that for transparency? Moving over now through to the markets. Silver, gold, GDX, GDXJ, so on and so forth. Let's actually start off with the good old Goldie, right? Goldie. Now, what's happened with Goldie? Goldie right now is on the short term, guys. We're still in this very big... We're still in a bit of a downward trend on the short-term basis here, okay? So we're still in this very long extended pullback. And the one thing that I love about this long extended pullback, as you can see, it's just going really slowly down. It hasn't been a change of trend. The one thing that I absolutely love about this long extended pullback is the longer this goes on, the more explosive the market's going to be when it does start to break out. Because we have gone on, you've heard the analogy, the calm before the storm. That's what's happening right now with gold. And I can sense we're getting very close towards the end because of some of you guys who put comments in my YouTube channel. You guys are starting to get very frustrated about how long this pullback is lasting and how it just slowly keeps grinding down. And I truly believe we're getting very close towards that. Because if you understand anything, and I was doing a coaching session for my private clients today, and I was talking to them about the world of opposites in the markets. And so if you actually look at this here. So if I bring this up, this here was an article, and I actually showed my private clients this. And as you can see, on the 30th of November, right? On the 30th of November, there was an article that said gold sinks 6% in worst month since 2016, right? So, oh my goodness, so bad. This is where we need to focus on opposites. And if you are focusing on a headline like that and you're trying to trade based off that, you're already too late because the news is the last to announce it. Just like with a lot of things, right? So anyway, so gold sinks worst percent, and this was actually on November the 30th. Now, November the 30th was where? This day right here. I am not joking, guys. Look at this here. So if I bring this back up, so you can see this was actually released. It was like 9 minutes ago. November the 30th this year. Oh my goodness, gold sinks 6%. Gold sinks 6%. Worst time in history. But hang on a minute, we need to think opposites. This was November on November the 30th. That day right there, this day here was, the 30th of the 11th, November the 3rd, right there. That day right there. Now, look at that. That was the exact bottom so far for the market to rally, right? For us, and then we started to rally up. So, please guys, if you are reading news headlines and you're making a decision based on that, but you're not getting ahead, now you know why, right? Just flip it upside down, do the opposite, and you're probably likely to do really well. Because just like that really bad, article here, gold sinks worst percent month. Gold sinks 6%, worst month in history, worst month in 2016. You can see that there. You can see what's happening here. So please don't. If you see negative news in the markets, it's probably going to be the opposite in the markets. Anyway. So we have had a drop down through here, and now we actually found a lot of support where we are. And this support where we got through is this long-term level of support back through May and June and July and all that sort of stuff when it comes to that. So you can see what's going on through there. Plus, we're also still in this overall channel. So still in this overall channel, we came down and found this low point through here. We rallied back up and we're just slowly grinding down, but we're not getting some strong sellers here, right? We're not strongly selling off right now, which is really interesting. So for me, guys, if this was some sort of V bottom in the markets, if this was going to be some sort of V bottom, and if the buyers are going to start to come back in and maybe start an explosive move up, if the buyers are going to do that, then we're going to see something like this. We're going to see the pullback, like we're getting like a little pullback through here. And then we're going to see the buyers come back in, and we're going to start to see the buyers come back in like there. So we have, if this is going to be some sort of V bottom, which it looks like it, then are the buyers about to come back in on gold and start to see this thing move back to the upside? That's what I'm looking through there, guys, when it comes to gold. And so that'll be the interesting thing that to keep an eye out for. If we do start to see that, and if we do start to see, possibly even a close below or close above these levels through here, because this is now in a bit of a downward channel, a downward line through here. We want to see a close above there, and we want to see a close above these highs up here. That'll give me the confidence. That'll give me the confidence above 1880. That'll give me the confidence now. The buyers are starting to come back in now. So that's something that I'm keeping an eye for, guys. Again, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just like saying that's just keep an eye for if the buyers are going to come back in. Moving over now through to silver, and silver's doing something very, very similar, right? So you can see how we had strong movement down, and then we had a strong movement up, and then we had this very, very, very weak sideways period through here. So very weak sideways period through here. And you can see drop down, a rally up, a nice pullback. Are we about to see a final breakout of this level and start to see a nice rise in silver? Very, very, very interesting to see that we could be getting ready for that breakout on silver and gold real soon. But silver's actually more dominant. Silver's actually more stronger because we're actually right near the trend line of this downward move, as you can see. Of this downward move through here. So really, really, really interesting time, guys. We could be just around the corner. We could just be just around the corner from another big move up. Moving over now through to the GDXJ. And we've had like a little bit of a down day. You can see we're still stuck in this overall sort of channel or whatever you want to call it. There's actually a lot of stuff going on here, isn't there? Let me actually just draw this once again. There we go, somewhere through there. That'll be the channel I use. I'm just redrawing the channel so I can just make sure it's okay. All right, so there we go, guys. We are still slightly on a downward channel through here. So the pullback continues. But once again, are we going to hold and start to rally back up and create this sort of little higher low through here? Well, that's yet to be seen. If we do, then the buyers are probably coming back in. I do see from this, we're likely to see a big move coming soon. But, again, guys, no one knows exactly what's going to happen, and that's where you must, please don't be placing 100% of your account on any one position in these markets. And someone said in the comment section below on my video for the last few days, they said, oh my goodness, we have missed out on countless of opportunities because the miners not breaking out. And that tells me you, particular person, is putting all your money in one trade and not doing what you should be doing, which is like spreading it out. Okay, let's actually put 10% into some gold stocks. If you like those gold stocks, or if you have some sort of setup you like that with those gold stocks. Let's go put another, and then you got, guess what? You got cash left over to take advantage of the opportunities. You should never be in a situation where you can't take advantage of opportunities. You're trading way too much of your account if that's the case. So peel it back. No 100%. 5% of you guys are going to listen to that and actually start to do well. 95% of you guys are going to say get nicked. Cool. Moving over to the GDX, and the GDX is still rolling over through here. So again, we're still looking quite weak here we're still looking quite weak here right now with the gold stocks because we are starting to roll over now. I thought this gap up would have been maybe a little breakaway gap, but we're just still continuing down. I want to see if the buyers do come back in here. The same with silver when it comes to the silver mining ETFs. We're definitely holding here. We're definitely holding a base very, very, very strongly through here. As you can see, somewhere through there. We're definitely holding a base here quite nicely when it comes to the silver juniors. Really, really, really just holding its own. We're definitely not breaking down. And also the SIL, once again, we're sort of holding its own once again. We had a little bit of a breakdown right now, so it's going to be really interesting to see whether we do start to see a hold here or we're just going to continue down. So either way, guys, when you're talking about the mining stocks, you must be patient with this stuff. If you are trading the mining stocks, meaning you're active in the markets, then you must have a setup. What sort of pattern are you trading? Oh, I don't know, John. Well, we'll figure it out. That's what you need to learn. Okay, jump on my webinar or my training that I've got link in the description. I'll share with you my pattern that I use to trade the markets. Are you an investor? If you're an investor, then you should be worried about what's happening right now because you have a 2025 view or 2026 view. So who cares what happens right now? Come back and look at it, and when it's January 2025. Okay, so that is the way that you should be approaching these markets. And once again, guys, there's opportunities everywhere, yes, but just make sure you're putting a small percent of your account on these positions. That way you've got free cash flow to take advantage of other opportunities while being involved with these other positions as well too. So I hope this helped you out today, guys. Go join my training, link in the description. I look forward to seeing you on there. I'm going to teach you what goes into a good trader, because if you don't know what goes into a good trader, then it doesn't matter what system you trade, you are not going to do well from the market. I'm going to teach you exactly what system I use. I'm going to teach you all the details, so I'm not going to hide anything back. And I'm also going to teach you how I scan the markets and so on and so forth. And yes, guys, at the end, I'm going to offer my coaching program, because I've just opened my coaching program up. That may or may not be a fit for you. But even if it's not, guys, who cares? Just take the training. The 3 secrets I'm going to lay out for you, teach you exactly what goes into a good trader, so you know what you need to do. What goes into my trading system and all the details, so you know what to look for in the setup that I'm using, and so on and so forth. So go join that training right now, guys. I look forward to seeing you there real soon.